Hello guys, my name is Saurav and welcome again to this session. And today we are going to talk about one of the most important skills that we need in modern day working into corporates and any company. So this skill is called team building skill. You must have heard this term in a lot of ways that you should work in team, the results are better, you'll be able to have a good environment in the office. But what is this team building skills? Why we need this? Why we need this in the present scenario? These are the questions that I'm going to answer in this session, right? So let's begin. Our objective for this session will be group to team. First of all, we have to understand that what is the difference between a group and a team, so that we'll be able to better understand कि हम लोग जब ग्रुप में काम करते हैं या हम टीम में काम करते हैं तो डिफरेंस क्या रहता है. What is the methodology that we have to process while working in a group and while working in a team? Because we sometimes get confused about this thing कि हम लोग जब ग्रुप में काम करते हैं या टीम में काम करते हैं तो वो एक ही बात है, बट नहीं. These are very two different things while we are working in a group or a team. And why this transformation is needed. See, a lot of leaders and a lot of CEOs also, a lot of HRs also, they sometimes are not able to understand, or students also, they are not able to understand that groups and teams are very different, and there is this transformation should be there so that the effective performance of the team should come up in a very high level, right? Second objective is skills needed for the effective team building skills. There are particular skills that you need in order to work effectively in a team. See, yes, benefits of team building. There are a lot of benefits of team building. That's why the history have shown, that's why companies, big multinational companies are encouraging people, their employees, to work in a team. And we will try to go through the benefits that these companies are getting out of working in a team, right? Okay, so let's begin with group to team transformation and why. First we have to understand the definition of group and a team. Like, okay, see people working towards a goal whose work is coordinated by someone else. Example, a manager for them. When people are working in a group, their work is being coordinated by one person. For example, a manager, or for example a CEO, for example a project manager, for example a brand manager, for example a sales head. So they are managing their team, and the direction is one way. As you can see in this diagram, the direction is one way. So all the the rules, the information is being directed from a manager to the team players, right? So this is called a group. This is the working of a group. And team, if we talk about a team, see the definition: people working towards a common goal who coordinated their work among themselves. Now you see the change. Now you see the change here. People working towards a common goal who coordinated their work among themselves. So among themselves, they are not bound by one strategy. They are not bound by one rule. They are not bound by one process. They can work among themselves to come out with the best solution. I am talking about the best solution. If we are working in a team, the people inside also only they coordinate among themselves and come up with the best solution that they can have. See, while working in a group, you are being directed. You have that one strategy which you have to follow. You have that one process you have to follow. I'm not saying that following a process is good or bad, but having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and more ideas within the profile, within the job, or within the project that we are working in, or within the idea that we are working in, is always more beneficial. And there are ways. For example, when we are working in a team, it's not that we are going to take this idea also, this idea also, this idea. In the later part, I'll explain you that when we are working in a team, how can we have all the ideas, have all the processes, and combine together and come up with the best solution. Right? Okay. So next, skills needed for the effective team building. Skills needed for the effective team building. Now we are working in a team, but a lot of the team players, they are not very effective in working in a team. So they are not they are not gelling up with the team. They are not listening properly. They are not they are not following the group dynamics properly. So for them, there are certain skills that they should possess in order to work effectively in the team, right? So first skill, very important, active listening. Active listening. So I have also mentioned this active listening in the earlier videos also. Why? Because this skill, actually we sometimes ignore it. Truly. See, in earlier stages, I didn't realize that how much active listening is important, because we tend to have a very a very lethargic approach about listening to others. Okay, this one is saying that, okay, avoid that. This one is saying that, avoid that. But if you are listening properly, and if you are answering, as I mentioned in the earlier videos, listen and answer, don't react. If we are answering the problem properly, then we'll be able to come up with the best solution to the problem. See, we are all we are doing all this to come up with the best solution to some project, some idea, some process, right? So we are working towards that. So there are steps of, for example, there are things that you need to know about active listening, right? First is be attentive. So when we are listening to someone, lot of times what we do is we don't give attention to that person. But if your boss, if your team leader, if your for example a leadership handling person is talking to you about someone, you should always listen to that person very attentive. Be very attentive what he or she is saying. Second is ask open-ended questions. So lot of my students have asked me that what are these open-ended questions and what is closed-ended question. See, when we are working in a team and when we are working in an idea, it is everybody's responsibility to have a very collective approach towards the problem. So when you have close-ended, when you ask close-ended question, for example, I'm just having example. So close-ended question will be like, so do you like animals? So that person will say yes or no. So when there is an answer of yes or no for any question, then it's a close-ended question. But instead of asking a close-ended question, you can ask a open-ended question. That would be like, so what are the animals that you like? So this will be a conversation, and you will be able to understand the ideology behind the idea of that person, and this will make the project, the idea works better, because that some more idea can come up from that person's mind perspective, right? So ask open-ended question, do not ask close-ended question. And in journal also, a lot of people, it's a a tip from away from this slide. When we have a very journal conversation in life also, a lot of people say that I'm not able to converse generally, socially. For example, they are very active on social media, but they're not able to converse socially. For example, when they meet the person face to face. So there is a very simple tip about this interacting face to face with the people is, don't ask close-ended question, ask open-ended question, so that you'll be able to have a healthy conversation with that person, share ideas. That person should not feel that you are investigated that person. That person should feel that तुम बात कर रहे हो उससे. जैसे मैं तुमसे पूछूं तुम्हें चॉकलेट पसंद है यार, मैं तुमसे पूछूं अच्छा तुम्हें कौन कौन से चॉकलेट्स पसंद है. So this kind of thing, लाइक तो ये कॉन्वर्जेशन को आगे बढ़ाता है, कॉन्वर्जेशन को आगे बढ़ा रहा है ना, तुम्हें सोशली एक्टिव होना है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल फेस टू फेस एक्टिव होना है, तुम्हें बात करना है, कॉन्वर्जेशन करना है, तो उसके लिए तुम्हें बातों को थोड़ा आगे बढ़ाना पड़ेगा, राइट, एंड लिसन प्रॉपर्ली, ये सिंपल टिप के लिए, लिसन टू दैट पर्सन, डोंट ओनली टॉक एंड टॉक, बोलते जाएंगे नहीं, थोड़ा उनको सुनो, उनकी बातें सुनोगे तुमको ज्यादा समझ में आएगा कि व्हाट दैट पर्सन इज ट्राइंग टू से, राइट, ओके, ask probing question, same as open-ended question. For example, probing question means related to that subject. Don't go haywire. Like for example, you are asking that also, you are asking that also. No, just have a direction towards the question that I am going to ask only relevant question regarding the idea and the project. Request clarification. See, a lot of while listening, while for example when we are having a conversation, while we are listening, I earlier also told that people have selective listening problem. They listen to only those things which they perceive, which they think are very important, but you have to listen to the whole, and if you are not able to understand, request clarification, very important, because maybe you understood the person or you didn't, but फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आगे चले गए प्रोजेक्ट में तुम्हें वो चीज नहीं समझ में आई तो बाद में जाके उसके लिए शायद प्रॉब्लम ना हो, उसके लिए भी प्रॉब्लम होगी बट तुम्हारे लिए ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी क्योंकि उसने कन्वे कर दिया था बट तुम्हें समझ में नहीं आया, राइट, सो पोलाइटली, हम्बली रिक्वेस्ट clarification. You can ask, can you please explain me that again, I'm really sorry, I didn't understand, right, can you please explain me again, humbly, politely ask. There's no problem in asking, remember that, right. Fourth is paraphrasing, and we'll do this together, paraphrasing and reflect feelings. Why these are important? When we are working in a team, it is very important कि हम लोग ना सारे टीम ना एक सेम पेज पे रहें, मतलब एक सेम लेवल पे रहें. उससे क्या होता है ना कि जब हम एक कोई फॉर एग्जाम्पल समवन इज टॉकिंग और कोई और है जो सेकंड, फॉर एग्जांपल फर्स्ट पर्सन इज टॉकिंग और फोर्थ पर्सन जो किसी और नीचे लेवल पे है, तो वो जो फ्रीक्वेंसी है वो मैच नहीं कर पाती है. सो इन ऑर्डर टू बी ऑन द सेम फ्रीक्वेंसी, ऑन द सेम पेज, यू नीड टू पैराफ्रेज. व्हेन समवन इज टेलिंग यू, जस्ट पैराफ्रेज इट. अच्छा, आपने ये बोला था, ओके, वेरी गुड. सो पैराफ्रेज करने से पता लगेगा कि एक तो उसको लगेगा कि तुम सुन रहे थे उसको, और तुम्हारा भी क्लियर हो जाएगा कि तुम उस सेम पेज पे हो. हाँ, इसने यही बोला था, अब हम दोनों को सेम चीज समझ में आई है, अब हम सेम लेवल पे हैं और हम इस लेवल से अब आगे बढ़ेंगे एक साथ, राइट. क्योंकि हमेशा एक भी प्रोसेस का या फॉर एग्जांपल एक भी प्रोजेक्ट का लेवल्स होते हैं, तो हमें साथ में हर एक लेवल पार करना चाहिए, नहीं तो कोई प्लेयर पीछे रह गया या कोई प्लेयर आगे चला गया तो उससे बैलेंस जो है वो बिगड़ जाता है, राइट. सो बी ऑन द सेम पेज. समराइज. At the end, always try to summarize the situation so that everybody should have the same level of knowledge, same information. So this is also very important. Okay, active listening, very important in each and every aspect. Project, ideas, your listening to your boss, each and at every level, active listening is very important, right? Next is collaborative skill. While we are working in a team, collaborative skills are very important, right? They are, because you have to work in a collaboration with everybody. So how can you work in collaboration in the most effective way? First is criticizing the idea, not the person. A lot of people have this habit that they criticize the person कि तुमने गलत किया है, तुम गलत हो. But instead of saying that, you can criticize the idea. It is better to criticize the idea rather than criticizing the person, right? हो सकता है उसको, अगर तुम पर्सन को क्रिटिसाइज करोगे तो वो बुरा मान सकता है या वो तुम्हारे से फॉर एग्जांपल फिर जेलअप नहीं हो पाएगा. फिर टीम अगर जेलअप नहीं है तो वो साथ में काम करना उसका बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है. रिमेंबर दैट, हम जब टीम में काम करते हैं, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू वर्क टुगेदर, राइट. सेकेंड, बिल्डिंग ऑन टीममेट्स आइडियाज एंड कंक्लूजन. I have seen while working in a team, what other people do is they try to impose their idea onto everybody. But if you will be working somewhere, you will realize, and you will be working, you will realize that building idea or conclusion is very important, because you never know that idea that the other person जो वो idea दे रहा है वो कितना अच्छा है और कितना सही नहीं है. अगर उसको तुमने बिल्डअप किया, उसी पे काम किया, work together on that idea and have the best conclusion forward. Don't try to over suppress that idea. नहीं, तुम सही नहीं हो, तुम चुप रहो, नहीं. Always make that person कि हाँ तुम्हारा आइडिया सही है, हम इस पे काम कर सकते हैं, उसको पॉजिटिव फीलिंग देना, राइट. एक्सप्रेसिंग आइडिया फ्रॉम अनदर पर्सन्स पर्सपेक्टिव, ये भी थोड़ा बहुत इसी का पार्ट है कि हम लोग जब फॉर एग्जांपल किसी का आइडिया है उसके पर्सपेक्टिव से सोचना. जैसे हम लोग एम्पैथी भी करेंगे. एम्पैथी का मतलब यही है कि उसकी तरह सोच पा रहे हो कि नहीं तुम. हो सकता है उसका आइडिया बहुत ही अच्छा हो बट तुम उसकी तरह सोच नहीं पा रहे हो. एक्सप्रेसिंग आइडियाज फ्रॉम द अदर्स पर्सन पर्सपेक्टिव, जैसा वो सोच पा रहा है वैसा ही सोच के तुम्हें आइडिया को आगे लाना है, राइट. तो लीडर्स यही तो होते हैं. अंडरस्टैंड, लीडर्स कौन होते हैं? लीडर्स वो नहीं होता है जो ब्लाइंडली किसी को आगे बढ़ा रहा है, मेरे पीछे चलते रहो, जो मैं कह रहा हूं वही करो. नो, लीडर्स आर दोस्त जो हैंड टू हैंड पकड़ के अपने टीम प्लेयर्स को आगे लाते हैं, उनके आइडियाज को सुनते हैं, उनकी प्रॉब्लम्स को समझते हैं, उनके आइडियाज को बढ़ावा देते हैं, राइट. वो ऐसे नहीं है कि तुम आंखें बंद करके चलते रहो. अंडरस्टैंड? ओके, नेक्स्ट पार्ट, problem solving skills, very important when we are working in a team. So there is, when I was telling about कि हम लोग जब हमारे पास कोई प्रोजेक्ट है, हम काम कर रहे हैं, तो हमने बहुत सारे आइडियाज ले लिए, बट हम उसमें काम कैसे करें? बहुत सारे आइडियाज आ गए, बहुत सारे प्रोसेस आ गए, बट हम उस पर काम कैसे करें? तो हमारे पास एक साइकिल है, वो साइकिल है ये. हमारे पास साइकिल क्या है? ये साइकिल है हमारे पास. ये साइकिल कैसे है? फर्स्ट नंबर इज आइडेंटिफाई द प्रॉब्लम. व्हेन वी आर वर्किंग इन अ ग्रुप, लॉट ऑफ द आइडियाज आर कमिंग. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एक प्रॉब्लम का तुम्हें सोल्यूशन चाहिए, बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम सारे कि इस प्रोजेक्ट में ये भी प्रॉब्लम है, बट मेन जो प्रॉब्लम है वो क्या है, या मेन जो बहुत सारी 1 2 3 4 प्रॉब्लम वो कौन सी है? तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सिट डाउन and identify the problem. क्योंकि क्या होता है, for example, when we are working in a project, lot of times we start working on the wrong problem and we waste our time, right? We waste our time. So very important, while working in a team, identify the problem first. Second is develop alternatives. क्या हो गया? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एक प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने का, वन पर्सन गेव अ सॉल्यूशन, अदर पर्सन गेव द सॉल्यूशन, 4-5 सॉल्यूशंस आ गए, और फॉर एग्जांपल 3 to 4 सॉल्यूशन आ गए या 2 सॉल्यूशन आ गए. तो उसके सॉल्यूशंस के ऑल्टरनेटिव देखो. टीम में काम करने का सबसे बेनिफिट यही है दैट यू डोंट हैव एनी वन सॉल्यूशन, यू हैव मल्टीपल सॉल्यूशन, सो यू कैन चूज फ्रॉम द सॉल्यूशन. कलेक्टिवली टीम will choose from a solution. So this is very a benefit of working in a team. Develop alternatives. बहुत सारे solutions के alternative बनाएं. Select the best alternative. टीम के साथ मिलके, या एक टीम लीडर आगे आएगा, उसको ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस है तो वो एक ऑल्टरनेटिव को सेलेक्ट करेगा. देखो कैसे हमारी फिल्टरिंग हो रही है. अंडरस्टैंड, हम आइडिया के साथ आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. जब तुम काम करोगे प्रोजेक्ट में, यू विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड कि फिल्टरिंग कितना ज्यादा काम तुम्हारा आसान कर देती है, बहुत ज्यादा. यू विल बी एबल टू मेक योर वर्क वेरी इजी. अंडरस्टैंड? आगे बढ़े. इंप्लीमेंट. नाउ द इंप्लीमेंटेशन पार्ट. मगर जरूरी नहीं है कि तुम इंप्लीमेंट कर रहे हो तो दैट सोल्यूशन इज द बेस्ट वन. अंडरस्टैंड? जरूरी नहीं है कि दैट इज द बेस्ट सोल्यूशन दैट यू हैव. तो जब इंप्लीमेंट कर लिया, देन डिड द सोल्यूशन वर्क? यस और नो. नहीं किया तो वापस साइकिल घूमेगा. कोई बात नहीं किया, इट डजंट मैटर, दोबारा काम करेंगे उसके ऊपर, राइट. बट हमारा गोल क्या है? टू गेट द बेस्ट सोल्यूशन आउट ऑफ दैट प्रॉब्लम, राइट. अंडरस्टैंड? दिस साइकिल वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इफ यू फॉलो इट, you'll be able to reach the conclusion very quickly in a very effective way. Next is teamwork. Teamwork, why teamwork is very important? See, teamwork, see, first of all, if I talk about teamwork in a very practical way, a lot of people think that the responsibility of working efficiently, efficient working of the team is only on the shoulders of team leader. But no. Practically, when we talk about, everybody have a role. Everybody have a role in the team. It's just that we have to understand our role and we have to work on that role. In a lot of teams, team workers, you know, the team players, they think that team leader है तो वो संभाल लेगा, हमारी कोई responsibility नहीं है. But when you will be working in a team practically, you will be able to understand that every team player have a role to offer. See, for example, first of all, that person was given direction, they are holding, they are helping, then this one, they are helping her, then they are helping her. सबकी अपनी अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. काम पूरा जब ये लोग यहां पहुंच जाएंगे तब हो जाएगा, बट सबका अपना अपना रोल था. सिर्फ लीडर ने कुछ नहीं किया, हो सकता है ये भी लीडर हो सकता है, कोई लीडर, बट लीडर ने सिर्फ नहीं किया, सबने टीम प्लेयर ने अपना अपना रोल निभाया, तभी काम पूरा होता है. राइट. नेक्स्ट इज पेशेंस. एज यू कैन सी, दिस इज एक्चुअली like graffiti. To be an effective team leader, you need patience, strength, insight, tenacity, and courage. If that doesn't work, bribe them with donuts. It's just a joke. It's just that, see, patience is one of the factors which is missing nowadays. But if we talk about patience, patience is the only thing which will take you to the final level. Patience is very important. Patience reflect your ability to handle pressure. If you are able to handle pressure, you will be very patient. You will be very patient. If you are not patient, you will react to the situations. When you react to the situations, the situation go haywire. So don't react, be patient. काम पूरा होगा. You have to be patient. Building confidence, very important. Why? Skills needed. Why? Building confidence is very important because, see, when we are working in a team, it is very important to help the other person to come forward, and it is very important for the other person to help you also. It's a mutual building up. It's a mutual building up, right? For example, help people learn and develop. You have to help them. You have to help them, and they also have to help you. Like lot of people, what they do? नहीं, मैं उसकी help क्यों करूं? It's not the competition that you and the team player have. You have a competition with the other team, so you have to help each other in develop and learning, right? Focus on people's strength. A lot of people have different kind of strength. And I'm telling you, when we are working in a team, if someone have a good communication, if someone have a good technical skills, if someone have a good for example emotional intelligence, so work on the strengths that particular have, तब वो collaborative करके एक बहुत ही अच्छी टीम निकल के सामने आएगी, क्योंकि सबने अपने अपने स्ट्रेंथ मिला के एक बहुत ही अच्छी टीम को आगे किया है. राइट. Be supportive, same as that. Be supportive to the team players, because when you support them, they also support you, and we have a collaborative team. Embrace failure, very important. When we fail, for example, there is a failure in the like project, so what we do is blame game. तूने किया है, तूने किया है, तूने किया है. But don't play this blame game. You know why we should not play this blame game? Because when we are playing this blame game, what we are doing is we are actually trying to have an excuse of my failure or our failure. We are not blaming that person. I am trying to get an excuse of कि मैं fail हो गया. Excuse निकाल रहे हो तुम. Excuse कभी help करता है? नहीं. So don't play blame game. Don't play blame game. Right? Embrace failure. कोई बात नहीं, हो गया, कोई बात नहीं. Next time और अच्छा करेंगे. Next time और अच्छा करेंगे. कोई बात नहीं, फेल हो गए, हम सही करेंगे, मिल के हम लोग आगे बढ़ेंगे. एम्पैथी, एज आई ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन कि एम्पैथी में क्या होता है कि यू हैव टू थिंक बाय गेटिंग इनटू द अदर पर्सन शूज. सिंपैथी और एम्पैथी में डिफरेंस यही है कि बहुत बुरा हुआ, बट एम्पैथी में आप उसकी तरह सोचने लग जाते हो. जैसे कि सस्पेंड योर अजम्पशंस, अपनी सारी अजम्पशंस निकाल दो कि वो कैसा है कैसा नहीं है, उसको एम्पैथी के साथ डील करो. लिसन फॉर द राइट आंसर्स, राइट रीजंस. मतलब कि कई बार हम सोचते हैं कि शायद फॉर एग्जांपल ये सही नहीं बोल रहा है, इसकी एक माइंडसेट सही नहीं है, बट हमेशा एक पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड के साथ किसी को सुनना चाहिए. एम्पैथी उससे कर. लिसन फॉर फैक्ट्स एंड फीलिंग्स. डोंट लिसन एनीथिंग, कुछ भी सुन रहे हो, बट लिसन फॉर फैक्ट्स एंड फीलिंग्स फॉर दैट ऑफ दैट पर्सन. आस्क मोर क्वेश्चन, ये हम डिस्कस कर चुके हैं कि जितने भी क्वेश्चन पूछोगे इतना अच्छा रहेगा, ताकि उस टॉपिक के बारे में हमें और ज्यादा पता लगे. लिसन एज अ बिगनर. जब हम बिगनर थे तो हम बहुत ही क्यूरियस थे, हम और अपनी इंफॉर्मेशन लेना चाहते थे और ज्यादा जानना चाहते थे. तो लिसन एज अ बिगनर, एज इफ यू आर वेरी अटेंटिव, you are very you are listening to that person very properly. Serve others. This is a nature-wide truth that if you want to be a good person, if you want to work in a very effective way, you should always serve others. You will not realize it now, but in the later terms you will realize it, that by serving others you will get benefit in some or other way, right? Or maybe you will not get benefit, it's okay, right? Understand your part and role. As I already mentioned, that sometimes a player's greatest challenge is coming to grip with his or her role in a team. Very important. Realize your goal, and if every player in the team is doing his or her work, his or her role, then the team is going to win. That's a sure shot. That's a sure game. The team is going to win. Benefits of team building. Obviously, there are a lot of benefits to team building. Improves performance. There's a survey also. 90% of employees and executives believe lack of alignment within a team impacts the outcome of a task or a project. 97%. You understand how much working in a team is important. How much alignment, how much coherent between a team is important. So when we work in a team, performance improve होना ही होना है. Encourages leadership. कई लोग बहुत बारी क्या होता है, when we start working in a team, people realizes that okay, I can also be a leader. शायद उन्होंने पहले कभी टीम में काम ही नहीं किया, that's why they don't realize that I can also be a leader. But टीम में काम करो, you will be able to realize your leadership skills. For encouragement is oxygen for the soul. It takes very little effort to give it, but the returns in others is huge. Understand? By John Maxwell. Generate true ideas. That's a universal truth that when we are working in a team, there are ideas that are developing within the team from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every person has throwing ideas into the team, which generates more and more ideas, and more ideas are always welcoming in nowadays. We cannot stick to one idea. We cannot stick to one methodology. We cannot stick to pedagogy. One pedagogy. We have to have more ideas to compete with the world, compete with the other people, right? Build trust. Obviously, when we are working in a team, when we empathize, when we are collaborating, it builds a lot of trust between the teammates. You also realize that you can also trust other people. A lot of people have a problem trusting others. They are not able to trust each other, any other person. So if you are going to work in a team, you will be able to trust better. A team is not a group of people who work together. A team is a group of people who trust each other. You will be able to trust more, right? Provides motivation. Two types of motivations are there. Intrinsic motivation, and second is extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation, so obviously you have, when you are sitting alone, you can have an intrinsic motivation, but external motivation is very important nowadays. You cannot have an intrinsic motivation every time. You got to have an extrinsic motivation from outside, and that comes from a team. From a team. Okay. These were the things that some of the practical things that I have told you about what are the aspects of team building and how can we improve our team, how can we work efficiently in a team. So I hope you understand some of the concepts, and please, I'll be waiting for your comments below in the section, and I would love to answer them. Okay, adios, goodbye.